Welcome everybody, RedArrow23 here. Time for some more highlights. We got Angry G Vibe episode 6 kicking off. Let's boom some beaches. Got Alamo and 4 hits up first. Black's gonna kick us off. Let's have a look at Alamo. Here we go. So tag those rocket launchers. Barraging quite low to avoid the mortar. Doesn't want to tag that as well. Get rid of some more mines. Let's get some Zookas in there. Do some damage. Nice flare up. Just barely skirting by that shock mine. I like it. One critter, one shock. Takes out the shock launcher. And then he's already tagged these rocket launchers, so he knows that the Zookas are all going to be targeting them. 1, 2, 3 shocks and a box of critters just to distract the boom cannons. Rocket launchers also picking them off, but that's fine because he got all he wanted to achieve, the shock launcher and the 4 rocket launchers, exactly what he wanted. So great opening hit from Black. Let's check out Boomb, aka this is aka Blue 131. This is his other account. So clearing some mines up by these top rocket launchers and some more. Nice flare landing on the left side of the beach. And nice straight 45-degree angles. Hits one mine, that's fine, he's got the health for that. He gets the flare right around the corner in between the dead zone of the 2 top rocket launchers. I like it. Zookas have got a nice decent spread going on there. 1, 2, 3 shocks. Hits the rocket launcher that's outside, that the Zookas are outside the dead zone of, and cleans up the other 3. There, get some critters down low to distract those rocket launchers down, right down the bottom. I like it. And then he's just going to let them roam free. Using one more artillery to clear a mine for the next hitter. And another one down there. If you have noticed that sometimes in the replay when they throw an artillery, it might not look like it's destroyed that mine, but if you look in there, maybe it didn't. That's interesting. I thought he actually blew that one up. It's weird, sometimes the replay displays differently to the actual attack, but it looks like that one didn't blow up, unless I'm looking at the wrong mine. That's all good. Focus on this attack. So Trever coming in with Zookas up the left side. One smoke gets them all nice and grouped. I like it. So he's not worried about tagging or anything. He's just critters and he's just clearing out the area. Using a shock on the sniper towers because they can pick off. That's going to be 6 Zookas a second if he's not careful. So he's shocking them using all those critters. And he's got another shock there. So snipers, you're not usually worried about them, but if there's a whole group of them, they're going to be picking off 1 a second each. So you got to watch out for that. So this is a nice clear out from Trever. And now he's just going to be hitting those shield generators. Nice. So you notice that there's shield generators in the middle, and there's also shield generators on the right. But we're just going to take out this left section, and then we've got a free spot up on the left because we've already taken out all those rocket launchers. So nice work, Trever. Sets it up. And we were actually watching this attack, kind of like betting each other whether or not he was going to take it down. And there was 3 of us in the chat saying, yeah, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. Don't worry about it. He's got this. And I think it's the last, it was the last base. And then it came right down to the last second, and just a little bit left, but it's okay. We had some attackers left. So Remix jumps straight in, Unboosted to finish it off. He was the quickest thumb around getting in there. So nice, got the left flare. Flares up, hits the shock mine, all good. Loses a couple to the mortar, it's fine. Gets into his free spot and he's using critters for extra DPS. And then look at that. I like you showing off, Remix. I like a little bit of flair to the attack. But I feel like you had enough GBE for a medkit. So, I mean, I'm going to have a word with you after this. And I want you to sort it out. But all good. Alright, let's move on. So this is today's op. We managed to get it down in 17 attacks. Mainly due to me. It probably could have been done in 14. But you'll see more on that soon. So Fu Mong Don, he's going to open us up with Quantum. It's got a solo. So we've seen this base before in the past. I don't think I've shown a deep cut solo before on this map, on this base. So let's check it out. Nice, got a flare landing using the smoke for that left rocket launcher. Maybe even for those mortars. So look, yeah, the mortar probably would have got him more than the rocket launchers. So just the mortar. And then we got the flare up into a 3 o'clock position. Nice double smoke, get everyone covered. Don't want those Zookas getting exposed. That would be rude. 1, 2, 3, 4 shocks. Flamethrower trims some of his gills down. It's okay. Get some critters out there. And boom! Down goes Quantum. Not sure if he needed those critters. Probably should have saved them for a medkit. I'm just saying. Alright, that's Quantum down. What we got next? We got Java. And we've got a 2-hit. So let's have a look. So Black's up first. Clearing some mines. While he's clearing some mines, let's have a look around. So we've got 1, 2, 3 groups of rocket launchers and 1 group of machine guns that are going to be a factor in this attack. So that's 4 shocks that I count. Check out that flare. Straight up to where he wants to be finishing, all the way up here. I like it. It's a long walk. So don't forget the reflare. Hits 1 mine, that's fine. Reflare is good. Does get a little bit of a peak there, but that's okay. We'll forgive him. And then flares onto the core. Critters for the boom cannons. Oh, and the rocket launcher. So because he had to clear all their mines, he's probably running a little bit low on GBE. Still gives us some pretty decent damage because he's using their critters to distract the 4th set of rocket launchers. So nice work, Black, with the opening attack. Let's see who followed you. Doof. Doof with the 2nd attack. Let's check him out. So we haven't missed an attack. Let's jump in. So similar start. Already knows the path because Black's laid it out for him. Nice flag landing. Waits till they're all grouped and then flares up. Look at the spacing on those smokes. A little bit closer for the flamethrowers because you don't want no crispy Zookas. He didn't forget about the reflare and now he's reflared again just to get them grouped a bit better. That's good. I like the adjustment. And then let's see the shocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got any critters? So he's slow on the critters, and I personally don't think he needed these critters. If he threw them earlier, they might have been alright, but he didn't even use them. And the reason I'm annoyed about that is because I don't see no medkit Doof. Come on. So we all gave him a bit of banter in the chat about this. He knows the deal now. And I hope we don't have to put you on remedials again. You know how to medkit. Alright, let's check out Macallen on Waterloo. Where's Waterloo? Here we go. Macallen aka Pinhee. So he's got the first attack. There's a lot of mines along the way, so he's already cleared some up the front. Still clearing. And then you can see the rocket launchers and everything that's going to give us a hassle when we get to the core. Still clearing. So there's a lot of GBE because there's so many mines around. Sometimes it's a good idea. He's using that smoke because of that rocket launcher. I like it, even though his Zukas were quite spread at the beginning. So sometimes it's a good idea to use heavy Zuka, or 1 heavy and 7 boats of Zukas, just to get rid of those mines. But Macallen does a great job with GBE and Zukas. So 1 shot gets rid of the 2 rocket launchers, and then probably runs out of GBE, but that doesn't matter because those 2 rocket launchers were the ones that were going to hold the next attack back. So he's cleared most of the mines. Awesome work. So who's got the finish? Longvan was obviously waiting. He was 10 minutes later. So let's check out the finish on Waterloo. So he finishes off the mine clear. Just those 2 mines. Nice flag landing on the back to collect a little bit more GBE. And now he's going to flare in, smoking before getting in within range of the rocket launcher. Gets them all nice and grouped and then sends that flare up. So gets the next smoke down. Right, let's have a look at that flare. Pretty close to that wall. I like it. A little bit of a peak there. There's only single shots around there and that rocket launcher. And we don't mind losing the delay on that one because it's not going to be in play for the rush. So he just walks all the way up to about 11:30. No peek out the back because he flared on early enough. And then shock, 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 shock. I like those 2 right shocks on the mortars and rocket launchers. And he's just hitting the core, critters out, just in case when those flamethrowers react, they're going to be hitting there. And boom, down goes the core, Waterloo. It's nice work, Longvan. And no medkit. I remember him trying to make excuses in the chat, blaming it on Pinhe with his open. He didn't clear those 2 mines and that cost him the medkit. But I don't know, man. Hashtag no excuses. Alright, who we got next? Oh, I don't want to show this yet. I really don't want to show this yet. Okay. I may have messed up here. Let's have a look. So this is Complex. Let's have a quick look around. So we've got rocket launchers covering the beach. It's pretty standard. These rocket launchers are out of range of this 9 o'clock position, which we're going to be aiming for over here. Should be a bit of an easy finish because there's not that much health left on the core. And it's just 2 shocks. 1 on these rocket launchers, 1 on these rocket launchers. So, let's see how it went. So I thought, right, I'll go for a 2 smoke landing. As soon as I drop the first one, it's just too far left. And then I drop the other one, there's a gap. So I did the flag landing anyway. So I lost a handful of girls. This smoke's going to expire because I took too long. Lost another couple of girls. Let's have a look at the flare. Flare position was actually pretty good. I was pretty happy with that. Then I lost another couple to the machine guns. And at this stage I was thinking, like it wasn't tidy, but it was okay. I can still finish this. Noting that I've already dropped a bunch of extra smokes. And then I get a gap and I lose another handful of girls and now I'm really low. I think I lost a lot to that flamethrower. So I'm getting pretty negative right now, and because and then I forgot the reflare because I was already busy thinking about running out of GBE and all the rest of it. And then we get up here and I think, right, I've got a double smoke. Ever since the update I got a double smoke, which was a mistake because now I only have like 14 GBE I think, and I didn't need a double smoke because I only have like 10 girls left. So I know I have to throw 1 critter and 1 shock. That's the only thing I've got GBE for. And got a little bit of damage on the core and I'm done. So there's a lot of mistakes there. I got really negative about it. I just turned off the game. The baby was asleep, so I couldn't throw anything or yell or anything. I had a baseball bat right next to me. I was feeling like I wanted to throw it through the window. But it's okay. The guys in the chat managed to banter me down to ground level. And after a few more hits, I didn't feel too bad because if you saw in the attack log there, a couple of other people failed it as well. So this is how I should have done the landing. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than mine. So this is Krv with the finish. I didn't want to show everybody's attacks on Complex. It takes too long. So yeah, this would have been a lot better landing, and then he obviously hasn't wasted as many smokes trying to fill gaps. Didn't waste anything on there, but he did get popped by the flamethrower, so it's just something that we've all got to be aware of to make sure that we don't get popped in that position. He didn't forget the reflare, and he's not worrying about any double smokes. They do actually sit quite nicely up there. And then he's got enough GBE for his 2 shocks. So there we go. Get some critters in there as well for those 2 boom cannons. And boom! Down goes Complex. So that's how it's done. I don't want to make that mistake again. It is one of the hits that I haven't mastered yet. I really want to be able to hit Complex. But yeah, there you go. Again, no medkit. Come on, Krv. You know you had enough GBE. I didn't, but you did. So nice work, Angry G vibe. We did pretty well. Been doing well on Intel, and we've been rising up. Our highest leaderboard position is 42 so far, and it's still climbing, just on deep cut. So we're going to keep hitting it. There's a quick look over the squad. We had a few people jumping out to dump Intel, so if the Intel looks a bit weird, it's why. And yeah, welcome to Nikon. Awesome to have him here. And that'll do it for today. So yeah, comment down below which attack was your favorite. Make sure you give me some banter. I love it. I can take it, I hope. If not, I will cry myself to sleep, and hopefully I will not uninstall the game. So give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach!